Just a quick double check here. Afia, can you just unmute there for me, please? Welcome, everybody. We're going to get going shortly. Did you see the intro there, while Afia?
Yes, I did. Welcome,
Okay.
everyone.
Off we go. Okay, welcome everybody, and thank you for taking time out to join us for Christmas in Jamaica, about our traditions and what your clients can expect to find. My name is Torrance Lewis, and I'm the District Sales Manager with the Jamaica Tourist Board in the United Kingdom. Our sales team is completed by Donovan Donaldson, our Business Development Officer, and Shinika Bennett. We are in the festive vibe already, and today we have our partners from the Montego Bay office, Afia Henry, who's the Senior Business Development Officer in Montego Bay in the Sunshine. And some of you will know Hans van Wammel, our representative for the Jamaica Tourist Board in the Netherlands and the Benelux. Welcome, Hans, and welcome, Afia.
Good afternoon.
Thank you.
So, where's Jamaica? For those of you who are joining us for the first of our webinar series to agents and to consumers, we're smack bang in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, surrounded by some of the warmest waters anywhere in the world, and we are in a location that provides warm weather even in the northern European winter. So some quick facts about Jamaica. It's about 11,000 square miles. Our capital city is Kingston. Our tourism capital is Montego Bay. You've all heard the song. We speak English, but we have our own dialect called Patois, and we have 2.8 million people who live on the island, and 90% of people on the island have a Christian faith. So Christmas is a big part of the population, but everybody enjoys the Christmas season. So let's talk about how do you get there? Well, travel from Europe, as you know, is going through a very turbulent time, but normally we have flights from the United Kingdom with British Airways and Virgin that go into Montego Bay and Kingston. And from continental Europe, we have flights with Condor from Germany, Eurowings, Neos. These all over the next few months will work themselves out, but there is good connection out of Europe into Montego Bay. At the moment, the best way to get to Jamaica with the services that are confirmed are to go via Heathrow with Virgin Atlantic, and they have connections from multiple gateways in Europe. So if you have a client who's thinking, I need to get away this December, going via London with Virgin Atlantic is the best way to get them out there. What are the entry requirements? What are the protocols operating in Jamaica if you want to send clients to Jamaica? Well, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You need to apply for a travel authorization before you travel, and you do that 5 days in advance. You don't need a visa if people hold UK or European Union passports, and there is no requirement for a negative PCR test for people traveling from the UK or Europe at the moment. You need to present your travel authorization, follow the specific quarantine requirement, which is stay in resort, and follow the health protocols on the island as well. And how do you apply for this travel authorization? If you're new to our webinars, I'll take you through it very, very quickly. You go to visitjamaica.com, you find the area called travel authorization, and it takes you through several questions. Do you live in Jamaica? And if you answer no, it takes you to this area where you start the non-resident application online. You put an email address in there, which becomes your unique ID for the process, and you go through some questions, fill in your details. This takes away all of the applications and forms you need to fill in when you arrive on the island. So it's all now done online, and it makes for a seamless, touchless experience when you arrive on the island. There's a health questionnaire so that when you arrive, everything is pretty straightforward. You simply go to immigration, present your travel authorization form, and you're cleared to go through and enjoy your holiday. Jamaica has been awarded the WTTC Safe to Travel stamp, which means that we have created a set of protocols. That means that tourism stakeholders, workers, and visitors alike are following the best hygiene protocols, which will mean a safe and enjoyable experience for both those who are working in the industry and those who are coming to have a fantastic holiday. The resilient corridor is our staying zone area for visitors. And to explain it very quickly in a nutshell, it's an area that has been created by our industry leaders and policymakers to create an imaginary boundary. an area that encompasses the accommodation, attractions, and activities that visitors will want to have a complete experience. This offers both the Jamaicans and our visitors a COVID secure environment. And if they are businesses, hotels, guest houses, or attractions operating in this area, they will all have a COVID secure certificate that they display to let you, the visitor, know, and to let authorities know that they're following all the correct protocols. And that's what the protocol compliance certificate looks like. These are all things that we all need to know to explain to clients so that they understand that the destination that you're recommended, the destination that they're coming to, Jamaica, is COVID secure, and their clients can travel there in the knowledge that it's safe, secure, and they can have a great holiday experience. This resilient corridor extends all the way from Negril right down to Port Antonio, and it allows, as I mentioned, visitors and tourism workers to interact in a COVID secure environment. The second part of the corridor extends from Negril down to the southern coast of the island and allows visitors again to do experiences in the main resorts of Negril and the south coast, but also do attractions that take them into the interior of the island. So we've covered all the protocols, not in detail, but again, we'll send you a digital pack that gives you more information about protocols for visiting Jamaica. But this is about Christmas, and Christmas weather is a big part of the whole Christmas experience. And well, just saying, we're talking about the weather and Christmas because the perfect winter weather is in Jamaica. Here in Europe, here in the UK, it's probably between 12 and 16 degrees. It's raining all the time. In Jamaica, it's warmer, it's sunnier, and more than likely 28 degrees. But, and there is always a but, and the but is also beautiful. The Caribbean experiences northeast trade winds that blow in off the Atlantic around the Christmas period and cools the place down. So 32, 34 becomes 28, 26, and very occasionally it goes a little bit lower. And we all have experienced, Afia and myself and my other colleagues who are with us, times at Christmas where it's gotten down to 20 and they've had to close school or people just don't go to work. Yes, you're sitting there thinking 20 degrees and people don't go to work or don't go to school. Well, in Jamaica, 20 degrees with a breeze is really, really cold. But what it means is crisp, clear skies, far less humidity, and the perfect weather when you do get those clear sunny days, and they're in the majority, for sunbathing and just relaxing and enjoying the perfect Caribbean weather. We've managed somehow, even though we enjoy sunshine and warm climate, to get an appreciation for winter climates. And there's really no explanation why Jamaica was the first tropical destination to have a winter bobsled team or to go to winter events and do downhill skiing. We have ice hockey teams. We are creative, innovative people. We like the challenge of doing things others haven't. And it's all part of the Jamaican spirit and vibe that if you come to Jamaica, you can experience over the Christmas holidays. So I'll tell you a little bit about our Christmas traditions in Jamaica. If you want to swap the turkey or the duck, I know duck is very popular in continental Europe as a Christmas Eve treat, or the turkey here in the UK, what would Christmas in Jamaica be like? Well, entertainment, first of all, is built around some old traditions from our colonial past called Jonkunu, where people dress up in costumes on Christmas Day and Boxing Day and come out and celebrate. And it's a colorful tradition that, although it may not be so popular in residential areas, the hotels will put on really colorful displays to give visitors a chance to see what Jonkunu is all about. But for the local people, going to the market, getting out there and buying things for Christmas, doing all the things you would want to do, getting stuff, going to the markets, buying fresh food. Food is a big part of the Christmas experience in Jamaica. And going into the major food markets, you see special items that only grow in the cooler months. And everybody will go with their mother or their family, buy all the provisions for Christmas, because food is a big part of Christmas in Jamaica. Afia, if you want to jump in at any time and tell somebody or everybody here about a particular part of your Christmas experience. I remember as a child going to Coronation Market which is in this photograph here, and seeing all sorts of things that you wouldn't normally see in the market at Christmas, purely because December and January are cooler, and certain things like peaches and strawberries grow up in the mountains at those times, and the vendors bring them in, and you get special treats in the market at Christmas time. Sprucing up. I remember as a kid always seeing my parents bring in new art or go outside and painting the walls to make sure that
Absolutely.
the house looks smart. Whitewashing the trees. If you've never seen or heard, this is where you get a white lime and you mix it with water. And you make a special line around the bottom of the trees just to make the place look smart. And spruce up time in Jamaica is a big part of Christmas. Everybody wants their property, their home, inside and out, to be attractive over the Christmas period. And just like we do here, we put up trees, we put up wreaths. This is made out of coconut palm leaves to give you an idea of, we don't have that many fir trees, so we use what we do have, which is a coconut palm, and make Christmas wreaths from it. But decorating your house is very important. We've been using lights to decorate our homes in the last decade or two, very much in the vein of the North Americans. And you will see lots of houses decorated over Christmas, and hotels as well, making the effort to give the Christmas feeling all across the property. This image is of something called poinsettia, and it is part and parcel of the Jamaican Christmas feeling. You'll see it everywhere in the decoration, in the homes, in the cards. This red flower, which turns red when the temperature drops, normally speaking, is a unique symbol that Christmas is on the way. And in Jamaica, we all know it's Christmas time when the temperature drops, the poinsettia is blooming, and you start to hear the music playing late at night.
So I'll just make a little addition there, if I may.
Absolutely.
The poinsettia plant as well. If you'll find that many of the stores that sell flowers, and even you'll see persons selling them on the street. So it is, your Christmas is not complete if you don't have a poinsettia plant in your office or at your house. So I just wanted to make that addition there.
Good point. It really is an integral part of the Christmas feeling for us Jamaicans. And when you visit there, or your clients visit there, that is one thing that they will see and they will know. That is a symbol of Christmas for Jamaica. Far less about Santa, more about the poinsettia. As Jamaican people, we take the religious part of Christmas quite serious as well. And people go to watch night services where on Christmas Eve, you go to church and you do the midnight mass and sharing fellowship. Christmas and church go hand in hand. And people will make sure that they visit church at least once. Some people will go several times. And the singing of carols is very popular. There are carol singing services. And people really do embrace the whole Christian faith and traditions of Christmas around this period. And if you have clients who want to see what visiting a church in Jamaica is like, the churches are open and welcoming, and they can be able to go along even in these times, as long as they follow the normal protocols. They may want to ask at reception because there are limitations on numbers, but it is an experience that people can have if they visit Jamaica during the Christmas period. Theatre, Christmas pantomimes, not so much about Jack and the Beanstalk, but more about Jamaican folklore. And what you find is that every Christmas, the theatrical companies in Kingston and the big cities put on these pantomimes, which tell you stories of Anansi, or they pick a particular theme and they create a play around that particular character. And children, I remember between 10 and 15 years old, being taken along on Boxing Day to go and see the pantomime, to get a bit of culture. And they were always very colorful, full of music, funny, but also a nice thing to look forward to as part of your Christmas experience. Did you go to the pantomime, Afia, when you were a youngster? Do you go to the pantomime now?
Oh yes, absolutely. It's Christmas is filled, the holidays is filled with things to do that are entertaining. So absolutely, pantomime is one of the things to do. That's one of the must-see things to do. Entertainment is a massive part. As you know, as Jamaicans, we are, I think, a very entertaining people. I think two out of three of us can sing or dance or have some kind of talent. So we love to be entertained, and we are entertaining. So absolutely, pantomime is a big part.
At this point, I'm going to give you a plug. Afia is also a great singer and a great entertainer, like the two in every three Jamaicans. And, and we have lots of festivals around the post-Christmas period. This year may be a little bit different, but there are major concerts around Christmas and then the New Year period, Sting and others. So if you have clients who are traveling over Christmas, and if it's not in 2020 or in 2021, you can assure them that entertainment in Jamaica at Christmas time will be aplenty. So to the dining part, and I know, having lived in Europe for a long time, that Christmas dining is important. In the UK, it's done primarily on Christmas Day. The families get together and they gather. In continental Europe, it's more about the day before Christmas, Christmas Eve, and it will vary what people cook. I know in some places they do duck, in others it's fish, but Christmas dinner Jamaican style is all about the things that we yearn for. And it's a family thing. People get together, they have family gatherings, they dress up the table. And nowadays we wear Santa hats and all the rest, have crackers, pulling crackers. And it's, as you would expect, very, very festive. In resort, the hotels will make the gesture of providing a very Jamaican Christmas menu, whether they're doing it as a la carte or as a buffet. It will be on offer. And the things I'm going to tell you about here now will be on the menu at all the hotels over the Christmas period. We enjoy a roast, and we really do enjoy a roasted chicken. Sometimes you get special roasters, which are bred to be very, very large, 2 to 3 kilos, and a family will have one of these and enjoy it over the Christmas period. But this is the thing that I remember most about Christmas. It's the ham, which is cured and then baked, often with lots and lots of love, with pineapples and cherries and cloves, to give this really, really tasty flavor. And once the ham has been carved and served, the bone then gets used in making gungo peas. And well, it's one of the things that my childhood is punctuated by at Christmas, is having ham. We also enjoy lots and lots of seafood, and Jamaican food is often quite spicy. Ackee and saltfish is often going to be served as breakfast in our homes and in the resorts. And curried goat, although a regular part of our diet, it's done in larger quantities over the Christmas period because it's a party food. When you go to a party in Jamaica, there's often the tradition of killing a goat and making a combination of curried goat and manish water. It's one of the things that Christmas is all about, having good curried goat and red pea soup and fried plantains. And if people are vegetarian, Jamaica is a great place to go as well for a non-meat Christmas. I know, Afia, you are
Vegetarian.
you're a vegetarian, so
Yeah.
maybe you can at this point sort of give us some idea about what a vegetarian Christmas is like in Jamaica, because a lot of people here in Europe may not be so particularly curious to try things like jerk or cured hams, or they have these things often enough, but their diet might be more of a vegan or vegetarian. So give us some idea about what that might look like at Christmas in your home.
Okay. Well, yes, we're vegetarians, and so, well, happy. I'm also pescatarian, so I have fish. But for those who do not have meat at all, one thing about being in a tropical climate is that there is a diversity of legumes, beans, and many different plants and vegetables. So you're probably not familiar with something called callaloo, but that is something that we would have. So there's really a diversity, and also our motto is out of many one people, and with that we have many different types of spices. So you'll find Indian spices being used. There's so many different types of curry as well outside of the, yellow curry that a lot of us Jamaicans use. There is masam as well, which is an Indian curry that we'll utilize. So there's many different spices that we can utilize in making different meals with beans and many different types of vegetables. So there's many ways to spice it up and make it attractive and tasty nonetheless, even though you're having a vegetarian Christmas dinner. So there's many options, many tasty options for you.
There you
so
go.
Not to worry on that. I also want to touch before we move on from here. Terrence was speaking about goat. Christmas, yes, you have to have goat. Any major event in Jamaica that you're having?
I got that right then. I got that right.
Any major event. So it is a party. If you're going to see it at a party, but if there's a wedding, if there's a repast, you just have to have goat. it's there. It's a part of our culture. So looking forward to see what other tasty foods that you have here. And I'm going to definitely speak on fruitcakes. I can't wait for that to come up on the screen. All right. Because I am a self-proclaimed connoisseur of fruitcake.
Absolutely. All right, well, let's move on. Afia, thanks for your contribution there. Afia is a very knowledgeable part of our team. She's based in Jamaica, but she's lived in many places, and she understands the contrast of our culture with others and does a great job of articulating the other side, sometimes that it is not conveyed by myself or others. Christmas is also about rejuvenation. And we all get to that point at the end of the year where we think, oh, we're going to live healthier, or we're going to change our diet. And there's one thing in Jamaica that everybody turns to when they're feeling a little bit low, and it's something called coconut jelly. And basically, it's the water from a coconut, which you get from a coconut palm tree, and everybody will be drinking coconut water over the Christmas period. It cleanses the heart, they say, makes you feel better. It's very, very refreshing. And for some people, they think it takes their sins away. So if you've been naughty all year and you're hoping that Santa is going to bring you something nice, start drinking your coconut water early, and things might improve for you as you go along. People visit the spa as well. People treat themselves to a facial or some sort of a beauty treatment, because we all like to look good. And in Jamaica, there's lots of natural spas in the resorts, and in the bigger cities like Kingston, there are lots of beauty treatment locations where you can visit and do up your hair and get smart for the Christmas period. Anything you want to add there, Afia? Am I on the right track?
You're on the absolutely right track. I just want to, put a little bit of addition here as it relates to coconut. Coconut, the ones that you're seeing in the picture here are jelly coconuts. Then you have what's called a dry coconut, which is also used in cooking. And as it says, dry coconut, so the outside of it no longer looks that bright colored yellow, green, or orange, but it becomes brown. And what we do is grate it and use what persons called coconut milk or cream in the creation of some of those Christmas dishes that we're having. And a little pointer as well for you all, you probably didn't know, but coconut water is actually it has a lot of minerals and nutrients. It was actually used in World War II. Whenever the IV fluid ran out, they would actually use coconut water instead. So it's a very powerful liquid. If you're sick, if you're at the hospital, you always have somebody selling coconuts on the outside, just because doctors will sometimes tell the patients, hey, you need to get some coconut water. And there's always somebody outside the hospital selling coconuts, because it does have many health benefits. So just want to put that little part in there.
That's a real good plug for Vita Coco, which is a global coconut water brand. Don't go out and rush and buy all the Vita Coco now, guys. But in Jamaica, we take our coconut water drinking quite seriously. Some people, I've been known to fall into this trap, have put rum in coconut water. It does taste good, but it diminishes the benefits of drinking it natural. So we move on. Thanks for that, Afia.
No problem.
So, well, the dinner is over, or it's part of the whole experience. But that's Christmas Day, and we carry on eating and drinking, which is what I wanted to talk about here now, for the rest of the season. And in resort, what your clients will experience is, although this menu for Christmas Day is offered before, on the day, and after, there'll be a whole variety of things that they can get from the bar. And in Jamaica, well, we do enjoy our drinks at Christmas, but I think we enjoy our food more. A point to make is that if you go to a party in Jamaica and you ask people the next day, how was the party? If they don't talk about the food, it wasn't any good. In Europe, if you go to a party and they talk about the drinks the next day, then you know it's good. So you'll know that if you go to Jamaica, you're going to get some amazing drinks. We've got lots of different alcoholic beverages that we make and natural beverages, natural juices. But yes, spirits are part of our Christmas tradition. And we make something called eggnog with rum. Eggnog is not unique to Jamaica, but it's a universal Christmas drink. We add rum to ours. I don't know, Afia, if you have any interesting stories about eggnog. It's not really been one of my favorites, but I know it's very popular on the island. The hotels will serve it. And for many people coming from Europe or North America, eggnog is one of the traditions that they have.
Yeah, I mean eggnog, I think when it's made from scratch and just the smell of it, even if you don't end up drinking it, it smells fabulous because they put cinnamon in it, as you see in this picture here, and nutmeg, and it's just a fabulous drink to have. It's a very Christmassy drink to have. As much
Yeah,
as I'm vegetarian, I break the rules and I do have eggnog.
I understand. We all break the rules at Christmas a little bit. And in Jamaica, what they'd add to give it that Christmassy kick would be a nice dab of good aged Appleton rum. But this is the thing that punctuates the Christmas drinking all across the island. And if you've never heard of it, it is something called sorrel. It's made from a hibiscus petal, and it's one of the things that you judge your visits to friends and relations' houses on how good the sorrel was. And I remember growing up and the competition between family members about whose sorrel was the best. And you make it by drawing it. You add hot water to the petals. You leave it overnight. You put ginger in it. Everybody has their own recipe. But sorrel is a very Jamaican thing. I wouldn't say it's Jamaica uniquely, because other Caribbean islands do it as well. But in Jamaica, when you visit over Christmas, you will be offered sorrel. And it really is one of those things that when we get sorrel, we know it's Christmas time. Afia, we've got a video that you've been speaking to the partners about sorrel, and they've come back and given us some ideas about what they do. But can you sort of emphasize the importance of the sorrel experience and Christmas in Jamaica?
Okay, well, first of all, you can find it widely. We you can find it widely. Other persons are planting it in their yards, or they're purchasing it. So persons will get a lot of it, whether it's dried or fresh. I prefer it when it's fresh. But you definitely adding rum. You can adding rum or not, and sometimes they prepare it, and it has this kind of, it's fizzy. I don't know if you've had it like that before, where it's fizzy, so you can have it like, it's almost as if it's a sorrel soda.
Ah, yeah.
And even, yeah, and then you also have it in Red Stripe has actually found a way to infuse their beer with sorrel. So I don't know if you've never had that. When you come to Jamaica, please try it. Unless it's there in the UK, try it. It's really, really good. So they know we can have sorrel all year round in the beer. So you know what my favorite beer is now. It's the sorrel beer because it's infused with it, so I can drink it all year round. But at Christmas time, if you visit someone's house, as Terrence said, you're gonna be greeted, and you can't wait. 2 weeks before Christmas, 3 weeks before Christmas, they're serving sorrel, and you know that's what you're going to be offered. Because if you step into a Jamaican home, I'm sure it's the same in the UK. Would you like something to drink? And most times you're gonna get some sorrel, and most times it's gonna have rum. So
Perfect.
your days are gonna be special if you make 2 or 3 trips to friends and family, and you have some sorrel with rum. So I'll pass back over to you, Terrence.
Google it if you're interested to try what it's like, if you're not going to be able to get out to Jamaica this Christmas or next, but it's available here in Europe as well. We also have lots of sweet at Christmas time. We make pudding from sweet potatoes, but this is not the piece de resistance. For every Jamaican home, the Jamaican fruitcake is the centerpiece of the dining table. and I'm going to let Afia talk you through the Jamaican fruitcake experience.
Thank you so much. And so, as a self-proclaimed connoisseur, working in hotels for years, I used to frequent the pastry kitchens and see if there is any leftover fruitcake. Because also, not only is it something that we eat a lot at Christmas time, but for wedding cake, a traditional Jamaican wedding cake is going to be fruitcake as well. So, because of that, I've become a connoisseur because I've tasted it a lot. So with this, it has many fruits in it. And what will happen is what my grandma used to do, and I have good friends that do this as well, is to have the fruits like prunes and raisins actually soaked in what's called red label wine. And they'll have that soaking for the year. So these things are very well marinated and blended and placed into the cake. So, and when you finish preparing the cake also, you put wine on top of it as well. So it's a very moist cake that is infused with wine. So it's the sorrel has the wine, the rum, the cake has the wine. It's an amazing combination.
Yes, rum and more rum
And more rum.
is a theme we're seeing coming through here. Yes, Jamaican people enjoy Christmas. They enjoy the flavors of Christmas, and one of the things that runs through is rum in the cake, rum in the drink. Uh, it is quite a rum fest. So on we go. Christmas and holidays. At this point, I am going to sort of explain who's really going to enjoy going to Jamaica. Well, it's great for couples of all ages, whether they're young or young at heart. What you'll find is that if you've chosen to spend Christmas away, if you've had a really bad 2020 and you've made a last minute decision because things have changed or because you just want to get away from the miserable situation that we find ourselves here in Northern Europe, then Jamaica is great for you. Jamaica is going to be quieter than normal, so it will be Christmas without the crowds. It's going to be a Christmas where there are no tears, and it'll be a chance for couples to go and relax, unwind, and spend Christmas in a warm tropical environment where there'll be cultural, but also experiences to be had. You can go off property, do things. So Jamaica is great for couples at Christmas time, but it's also great for families. And if they are families who just want to see the back of 2020 in a different place, in a different climate, if they want to go to a resort or to a hotel or to a villa that has space, it's low density, and they can be assured of having a holiday experience that is going to be secure, safe, and easy, then Jamaica is one of the best locations to go to. Guaranteed winter warmth. So the hotels in Jamaica will be offering lots and lots of deals. You can, through your preferred tour operators, go and see what sort of offers are available. And there are several brands that you're all very familiar with. By no means, these are not all of them, but we've worked with a small group of hotels to get a message put together for you. And if you will allow me, I am going to play the message from our hotel partners, and then
I think you all will really like this video because it's really just showing the warmth of Jamaica, the warmth of our Jamaican people, and also talking about, you're going to hear what we do at Christmas in our properties. So I think this will be a nice little treat for you all to hear it from, staff at some of these properties here today. And I see a lot of persons commenting in the chat as well. I appreciate those comments. Keep them coming. People asking for recipes and all of these things.
Okay, I think I've got it here now. We had a little technical run through earlier. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and hope that we get it right. What are you seeing at the moment, Afia? Anything at all?
I'm just seeing your hands and face.
Okay.
Seeing it now. Yes, we're good to go.
Is the video up?
Yes, the video is up.
everyone. My name is Jason, and I am one of the bartenders here at Jamaica
The
Inn.
volume is a bit low.
Christmas is a big holiday in Jamaica, and at Jamaica Inn, it's no different. Our Christmas tradition is serving delicious homemade eggnogs and sorrel drinks to all our guests. Our guests are also invited to join our Jamaica Inn choir in singing Christmas carols on Christmas Eve. Christmas at the Jamaica Inn is something you can't afford to miss.
Hi, I am Kamala Callum, the operations manager
And I am Floyd Speed, the guest services manager
here at G-Jam Hotel, Port Antonio.
Now, for this Christmas, we look forward to showing you how to make our menta stew. Now, the menta stew is a dish made from real Jamaican coconuts, very good for vegetarians. Yum, 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 yum.
Hello everyone, my name is Terry. I'm a mixologist here at Couple Store Isles, and today I'm going to introduce you guys my sorrel punch. It's our holiday special. Yeah man, looking forward to seeing you guys here at Couple Store Isles. One love.
Hello, I'm Othniel from Pocala Palm Resort. For this Christmas season, we are sharing our traditional Christmas drink, sorrel, with our guests.
My name is Sharika Chambers from the Great Huts Resort here in Boston Bay, Portland. For this festive season, we'll be teaching our guests how to make herb-infused sorrel.
Hi everyone, my name is Dahlia Walker, Operations Manager at the Deja Resort in sunny Montego Bay. Come celebrate Christmas with us and enjoy some sorrel with white rum, the real Jamaican fruit cake, live entertainment with Jankuna, and the good old ham decorated with pineapples and cherries. Sound good?
My name is Tamika. We look forward hosting you to Jake's Hotel, Villas and Spa in Treasure Beach on Jamaica's beautiful South Coast. Enjoy!
Hope to see you soon at Pocala Palm Resort. See you soon. Bye!
See you soon at S Hotel Jamaica, right here in Montego Bay. Bye!
We look forward to welcoming you to Deja Resort in Montego Bay. Bye!
We look forward to welcoming you here this Christmas. See you soon! We look forward to hosting you at Great Boston Bay.
We look forward to welcoming you at Jamaica Inn Ocho Rios. We'll see you soon.
Okay, well, thank you to the hotel partners in Jamaica for their contribution there. Let's get back to the presentation and carry on. You saw some of them there wearing masks, and that is very much a part of what has to be done on the ground in Jamaica. Masks are part of the protocols, and am I back up and running there now, Afia?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
You are.
And as I mentioned, the whole safety protocol issue is that on resort, when you're traveling in transportation, and you will find all the employees of the hotel, when they're in public spaces, wearing masks. We have taken all of the safety protocols quite seriously. And although everybody understands the importance of it, it's good to see that these protocols are in play in resort, and you can assure your clients, your customers, that visiting Jamaica, we have put in place the right measures to ensure that your holiday experience is a safe and secure one. So look out for all the deals. If you're travel agents, whether you're home workers or part of a group, there will be lots and lots of deals for Jamaica. And if you have clients who are at short notice saying to you, I want to get away for Christmas, look out for deals from Jamaica. We just want to have a special thank you to Deja, to G-Jam, Couples Resorts, S Hotel, and Great Huts and Jamaica Inn for contributing to our little short video there about traditions in Jamaica and having a nice welcome from Jamaica and a response around Christmas. But the hotels make all the effort. They do all the Santa stuff. They dress up. They even bring a sleigh to the beach so you can get pictures. and they do really get into the spirit of Christmas. Your clients will not feel as though they've missed out on Santa or all of the regular stuff, the elves that you find. And what's more is that they will have the chance to visit attractions on the island and do the things that they have often dreamed of. Over 175 attractions across the island with some of the very best guides, following all of the protocols, making sure that doing attractions on the island is safe and secure. And there are many. There's zip lining, there's snorkeling, you can visit historic houses, go hiking, go bird watching. Bird watching in the winter is the best time of the year to do that. There's waterfalls, dining, we've got duty-free shopping, musical heritage tours, culinary tours, film location tours. In the new year, if you've got clients who are into James Bond, come out, do our Bond tour. So there's lots to see and do over Christmas and into the new year, and it can be done through the hotel safely and securely. So that's Christmas in Jamaica. And I hope that you understand that although it's a unusual Christmas, Christmas is still going to be festive. It's going to be an event that we will celebrate. And we have other festivals throughout the year that we celebrate. And if people want to come out to Jamaica and experience the vibrancy, the color of what Jamaica stands for, and Christmas is not a time that they can do it. We have festivals around music, like the Rebel Salute in January, or Carnival, which takes place every Easter. And there are various parties that happen throughout the summer. And then our major reggae festival, which takes place in July in Montego Bay, which is Reggae Sumfest. This weekend, for the very first time, the Reggae Sunsplash will be relaunched. So the 27th and 28th of November, Reggae Sunsplash will go virtual. We'll send everybody a digital pack at the end of this webinar that will give them information about Christmas in Jamaica, but it will also have a live link to Reggae Sunsplash, which will be virtual. And if you're into your reggae music, you'll be able to see and interact with some of Jamaica's premier entertainers in a virtual Reggae Sunsplash for the very first time. If you're a travel agent, in 2021, we will be doing fam trips, dates to be confirmed. It's going to be what we can consider a recovery stage for Jamaica. So we will be doing fam trips for agents to get out and see, get confidence to know that everything that you expect is happening. And we look forward to welcoming you, giving you information about fam trips in the future. So at this point, it's really a thank you to you all for joining us for this webinar. Thank you to Afia for her continued support with bringing us content and information and her expertise from Jamaica. We hope that what we've showcased today has given you an eye for Christmas in Jamaica. And if your clients call and say, I just need to get away from this miserable winter with tiered living and all the rest, and they're prepared to travel, then getting to Jamaica via London Heathrow, if you're in the continent, or if you're in the UK, the direct services with British Airways and Virgin Atlantic, the option is there. The experience is going to be there just the same. And we will be welcoming you and your clients with open arms to something that we think is quite special and make your Christmas in the sun that little bit special as well.
Absolutely, Terrence. I have a little bit, there's a few questions here.
Absolutely, fire away.
From persons. There's a question from Elaine. Will the hotels be doing anything special for children? Yes, they will. They normally do activities for the children. It's varied across the resorts, but there's always something that's happening on those resorts that are family oriented for the kids specifically during this holiday season. Going through again, is after the holiday in Jamaica also a ticket included to go to the dietitian? That was so funny. I just had to say that one. I had to say that one because it was so funny. Yes, and there's another one. Where's the button for the smell? I thought that was hilarious too, so I had to say that one out.
Oh, it's a very scented experience going to Jamaica.
Yes. There's
Oh,
one more question
rum.
here.
White rum is everywhere. You get that.
Is everywhere. What is the likelihood of a travel corridor opening up for the UK for Christmas? I think Terrence, you'd be probably the best person to answer.
We are talking. We are. When I say we, the government of Jamaica and the British government are talking about. Well, I say talking about talking all the time, and I think it's a question of satisfying each other that the requisite infrastructure and capacity is there. And we're hopeful that before the end of the year, certainly as in the next week or so, that things will improve. It's out of our control, but we are working with the authorities to make that as speedy as possible. And although there have been some changes today, announced that quarantining on the return end is now down to 5 days, we would like it to be no days at all. And the flights are operating. So if people still want to travel, they can. But yes, we are talking to, when I say we again, I mean the government of Jamaica, with the decision makers within the British government about making sure that Jamaica gets back on the safe to travel corridor.
All right. So I'd like to say thanks again. I know Terrence said thank you, but I'd love to say thank you again. I love your comments in the chat. It's just hilarious. You had me smiling the entire time. So thank you so much for spending some time with us today and learning all about what Christmas in Jamaica is like. And I'll just leave you with a little short story as well. When I was a kid, going to the rural areas is what you normally do. If you're a city person, you go to the rural areas and spend time with your grandparents. And that's really where I learned how to catch crayfish in the rivers in Portland. So I will share that with you all, so you know, as an adult, like, you would never find me doing that now because you can pinch your toes and your fingers. But when you're a kid, you don't care about that stuff. So I just wanted to share that little funny story, or funny bit of information with our UK partners.
Thank you.
Hans.
And I want to give the last word to Hans, because Hans is very much a part of the team, and Hans has brought along, I think, a few Dutch and Benelux agents to the session today. And there isn't anybody outside of our Jamaican-born JTB core who knows Jamaica better than Hans. And when I said to Hans, we're going to do this Christmas thing, he said, I've never been to Jamaica at Christmas, Hans.
No, I have never been there. I have to go back. I'll be back next year somewhere, but Christmas I've never been doing. Well, it's one of the things I'm going to wish to do so.
I hope some of what we said today rung true for you. And I know at some point you'll get out there for Christmas.
No, but the last remark I want to make is that you can buy sorrel tea in the supermarkets. It's one of the things people go to the supermarket to get it and to taste it at home. So this is one of the things you can do as well if you want to talk about sorrel. Huh?
Perfect.
Nice.
Yeah. But it's good to have heard to your nice story about Christmas in Jamaica. I was listening because I didn't know. So I can now explain everybody.
All right. Well, thank you to everybody for joining in, for contributing, those of you who have made comments. And if you have clients who are looking for a holiday over the Christmas period, I know that things are different, but Jamaica is open. Jamaica is safe and secure, COVID secure. And there are flight options from the UK and from continental Europe into Jamaica for Christmas. So again, thank you all very much. Thanks to Hans and Afia. And if there aren't any further questions, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And have a Merry Christmas.
You too. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.